I think what has to change is how do we have really clear strategic partnerships where we can move faster than we have ever moved before.
Tami, Bora, welcome. Tami, to you first. Customer connectivity expectations we know are rising. So what will the future of connectivity look like? What will have to change to meet those expectations almost?
Yeah, it's super exciting to be here and to see the kind of changes that are happening around connectivity. We used to be really willing to accept drop calls or gaps in coverage. And what's changing is we want coverage anywhere, anytime, because we want and live in a very connected world. And so what has to be true is interoperability. It has to be seamless for the customer. I think about when we started to go from cellular to Wi-Fi, and now it's one more connection point with satellite. And I think that's the expectation we have is be connected anytime, anywhere in the world.
Or you speak to leaders in this space all the time. Does that resonate with you?
Absolutely. And, echo your words. It's great to be here at MWC. And it's certainly nice to see the new emphasis, what I would say, around the extraterrestrial network layers that have really come into focus. And so I think it's important to acknowledge there's different types of consumers and customers at large. On the consumer side, fully agree their expectations are increasing. Interoperability is core to that. They expect to be connected. And there's also new use cases that are being supported and part of their daily life. And so in emergency services, rural areas, we're really seeing the outer Earth network layers serving those use cases quite well, much better than other wireless technologies. On the enterprise side, there's all kinds of linear use cases, especially in logistics and travel, that really depend on these remote use cases to be served. And satellite is also an excellent network layer for that use case to proliferate.
Finally, to you both, if companies want to move quickly and at scale, what do you think needs to change first? Tami?
Yeah, so can I just pick up real quickly on your comments around enterprise? Because I think this is so true as we think about connectivity for enterprises. And I'll just use one example. John Deere, who connects the farm. You have to connect the farm wherever it is. And oftentimes it's not where you have terrestrial coverage. And that gives you big data. With data comes quantum compute. So it's all an ecosystem. But I think what has to change is how do we have really clear strategic partnerships where we can move faster than we have ever moved before. And I think in a world where we're seeing AI move as quickly as it is, it's about experimentation as opposed to perfection. So I'd say be clear about what your customer wants, work with those around you, try some experimentation, but you have to go fast if you're going to be a market leader.
Fully agree. And what we're seeing at the board level and at the management team level is certainly an emphasis for the entire ecosystem to embrace the need for interoperability. We're seeing the standards bodies as well also establish some norms and ways of working at the 3GPP standard releases. And so I think continued focus on the importance and need, and also really come back to the use case and the customer expectations where we started, right? These are linear use cases, they're remote use cases. Networks will, in most cases over the history, they converge. They don't necessarily replace. Interoperability is just another form of this convergence.
Bora, Tami, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you.